A team looking for a big night on its home court. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. That's a look at our setting tonight, the picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis. J.J. Barea is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, they've got Bledsoe. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Lopez in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, one star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Porzingis with the ball, now guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Marjanovic. Missed it, even after all those chances. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Outside for Korver. Pass to Giannis. Goes back up. Count it.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule. But veterans certainly can be helpful. Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true? Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Giannis against Porzingis. Back to Barea. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Kicks it out to Giannis. Back to Lopez. Outside for Korver. Takes the 3. And another shot. Lopez, no luck. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Misses the 3.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Middleton finds Korver. Lopez outside. Giannis left side. Shot clock at 6. Korver passes to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. Kept alive. Here's Middleton. The second chance effort, and it's good for 2.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kyle Korver. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Lee in for J.J. Barea.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And Bledsoe, here we go.
You got to try to keep Bledsoe out of the lane. You can't let him get in there. As soon as that happens, you're in trouble, big trouble.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he can't hit the second.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
And Porzingis puts up a deep 3. Tie game in Milwaukee. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In a Nigeria way, you gotta say.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Giannis and Ilyasova make up the forwards. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Mavericks trail by 4. Well, Clark, what a year it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo last season. He took everything to the next level from the get-go. He became a top player in the NBA.
And you know what, guys? Early on, you could see it and you could feel it. It was going to be a special year for Giannis because his progression and development, his hunger, his commitment, his work ethic, all of that helped him become the MVP of the league against a pretty competitive field of MVP candidates.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the Mavericks call time here. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Jackson comes in for Porzingis. Curry's checked in for Lee. Hardaway is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Hardaway. Outside Curry. Lopez with the steal. And Matthews kicks to Middleton. Pass to Ilyasova. Back to Middleton. There's the dish to Matthews. The kick out to Ilyasova. Middleton on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. 1:09 left to play in the first half. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Milwaukee leading by 8. Here's Middleton, stolen by Jackson. Pass break, Dallas. Hardaway dishes to Jackson. Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. He can't hit that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
The Bucks getting another chance here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Ilyasova. The wide open look here for Lopez. Ilyasova finds Lopez. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Curry looking it over. 4 seconds left. And Jackson finishes inside.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all not. And that's all we have for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. If you look at Antetokounmpo in this game, has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Jackson in at the small forward spot. Curry on the wing. Releases, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Curry's got his first points in this one. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others. and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Dallas calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Hardaway. That free throw good from Doncic. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Here's Bledsoe. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
They get it back. Kleber. It's good. Kleber's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Korver against Curry. Korver kicks to Bledsoe. Giannis inside. Tries again. Porzingis with the block. Bledsoe against Doncic. And the pass to Porzingis. Drops in the tray. Porzingis has got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Comparisons being drawn between Kristaps Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki for their height and skill level, understandably so, and in many eyes, fitting that Porzingis is now a Dallas Maverick.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Matthews comes in for Kyle Korver. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And Clark, looking at those two players you just mentioned. Nowitzki, 7 foot tall. Porzingis, 7'3".
Yeah, you take a look at those guys, and the difference really, I think, is the athleticism of Porzingis. He moves a little better. He bounces a little higher. And as he's gotten stronger, I think center might be his natural position, whereas Dirk was really better suited to being a power forward.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lopez with the steal. Giannis outside. Pass to Lopez. Giannis up top. He's got 12. 5 on the clock. Back to Lopez. Outside for Bledsoe. Milwaukee the rebound. Giannis against Curry. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really, Antetokounmpo.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Look at Curry, third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from three.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. Goes up again. And the basket by Jackson.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Lopez inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got 6.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
And Curry has it in the corner. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job, Stan.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Bucks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And Bledsoe, here we go, and they pick up 2.
Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Curry.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And Lopez gets it to go.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Inside, it's the Lopez twins, Robin and Brooke. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Korver in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Lopez kicks to Korver. Back to Lopez. Powell with the steal. Doncic finds Porzingis. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. They're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Lopez, and Giannis Antetokounmpo subbed in for Matthews. Here's Bledsoe. On the wing, Giannis. Back to Bledsoe. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his third assist on the night. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in for Curry. Mavericks trail by 7. Up top, Porzingis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The drive by Jackson, and the shot is good.
Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Some changes here for the Bucks. Matthews comes in for Kyle Korver. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Justin Jackson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Really enjoy watching Antetokounmpo show off his toughness. I mean, he's not a real thick guy, long, angular, and muscular, and much tougher than he looks. That's why I think he's able to overpower defenders at times.
Kleber with the bucket. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hardaway passes to Doncic. A 3-ball. Milwaukee with the rebound. Hill with timeout called. The Bucks. They're leading by 9. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Out to Hardaway. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. And the 3 off target.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
I tell you what, Antetokounmpo has a real killer instinct on offense. I mean, this guy is serious about trying to score the ball and make plays. Always playing downhill, always in attack, and constantly keeping the defense on its heels.
Good on the second free throw.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. 8 feet away. Porzingis with the block. And he's able to get it back. Porzingis against Middleton. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 12. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith from deep three-point range. Here's Marjanovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Dallas. Marjanovic at the line for 2.
Free throw dropped for Marjanovic. And so he hits both. Lopez against Marjanovic. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Milwaukee. No good that time either. The deep three from Porzingis. No good. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.